Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are doing another Countess runs. Last times we did 34, so we are gonna continue until we reach 100. I'm gonna keep be using the same sorceress, and I'm gonna be timing it again, trying to see if I can do better than last. Last time the best run was 1 minute and 2 seconds. We're gonna try if we can do it this time. And last time I found two tarot keys, so maybe we're lucky on this run. Uh, I'm gonna be timing every run I do. I'm gonna try to do it, see how fast I actually can do it. I would like to get under 1 minute, uh, but you know, sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're unlucky. Still the same sorceress. I did though get a new armor, the Ormus, which reads Train Lightning, so that helps a lot. And I also did put a rainbow facet in my Oculus. It's a 4/4, so that should help me a lot. Um, It's still not the strongest sorceress yet. I am at some time, of course, going to upgrade her stuff. You can see now the damage is 7,000 and 14,000 for the lightning, and that's better than before. So we should possibly could do it a little bit faster. Now last time when I did 36 runs, I found two tarot keys and an is rune. I did found a lot of low runes, but traded them around and then I got the rainbow facet, so that probably should help me. The goal is here to keep running and hoping for some good runes and a lot of keys, and then just trade with different people. A lot of people are looking for keys, so you can get some good runes for that, and then you can make your character stronger by that. Now this sorceress, there's a lot she needs. I still need a torch, I'm still using the Palladians. I still need a CTA, I need a rainbow facet in my armor, maybe an oom in my Shaco, and maybe a couple of skillers. So, but after these Countess runs, I'm gonna do 100 summoner, and then we're gonna try Nihil attack after. Should get strong enough after 100 runs of each. So let's see where she at, where she at, where she at. Now I'm not gonna kill those, I'm only after Countess. So and there we go. That was first run, 1 minute and 28 seconds, not bad. But we will do better. Now I did find a tool and ITH. And we're just gonna keep collecting everything we find, and then at the end we will look what we can get from her. I love doing Countess runs. Sometimes it can be a little boring because you gotta go through 5 levels, but still, she can drop a lot of good. Last time I did her in the last live, she dropped actually an is rune on my 9th one, so that's pretty good. I would like if I could do 60 runs today, then I finish my 100 runs, and that would be nice. Maybe it would take a couple of hours. We will see. But if we can do around 1 minute per run, then we could do maybe 50 runs an hour. So the goal is, can we do it in between 2 hours? Now you can see I got a little bit from last time. We just gonna collect with it. And this one goes over there. I'm not gonna craft them or anything. I'm gonna wait for the runs to finish, and then I would craft them. But for now, we're just gonna collect. Now sometimes you can be pretty lucky that the tower is closed, other times you just gotta tailor around. But I always check around the waypoint because sometimes it's right beside the waypoint. And nothing worse than sailing around the whole map and then you find out it's not there. I remember somebody told me if you see the water, just go to the other side. Now, if you are not speedrunning, I would recommend killing those unique monsters. I have found a lot of good stuff on them, and they also do give experience in the end. So after like 100 runs, okay, maybe 200 runs, you would get something that would make a difference. Now, last time we followed the left strategy, but for this time, I don't know. I'm just chilling around and trying to see if I'm lucky. Maybe I should follow the strategy. It did pay out last time. And that was, you see, yeah, if you look at the map, we should have gone left. Let's go left. Left. Nothing there. Let's go this way. Probably over here. Nope. Maybe down here. Yep, that was. Now this run doesn't look to be so good, but you know, we just started out. Just need to warm up. That was. Now I also recommend killing the monsters in here, especially the unique ones. I did found a couple of high runes back in the days by killing those, but you know, Countess always have a rune, or almost always. Oh, that was a 2-minute run, not so good. I don't know why it's so good. Let's get some gold for it. Why not? Next run. Now I am playing later season, and this is actually the only character I got on the later season. Uh, so I built her actually up from the bottom, and I would say she's not the best, but I mean she can survive. She can do some of the places on hill. I mean I can do Act 2, I can do Act 2, I can do. Sometimes I can do Diablo. I don't know. I haven't tried, but I did her force by myself, and that was not that hard. But she's still not strong enough. But she is also a magic fine sorceress. So so I did focus a lot on magic find with this one. I got the 321 when I use Oculus, and if I switch over to Gold Dagger, then I'm around 430, I think it was. Um, so she does have a lot of magic find, but I prefer Oculus because of the damage. I'd rather kill quick and then go to the next run than using a lot of time. I mean, I can kill Andy without problems. I haven't done Miffy yet, and that's mostly because I don't have the waypoint. Actually, I hate when this happens, and it's probably over here. Yeah, of course it was. Now let's see, if we go this way and we take a left, maybe, nope. Let's go further, maybe up here. And nope. Back again. Come on, why is it? That's probably in the beginning. Yeah, of course it is. It's probably over here. Of course it was. They're always close to each other. That's something you also can use to find counters easier. When one is close, there is a close as you can see, I keep going the wrong way. This is a bad run. It's probably over here. Nope. Nope. Only level 3. Oh, bad run. But you can see close again. And if we are lucky, she should be close again. Nope, probably the other way. Nope, it was over there. Now let's go. Straight to Countess. And that was also a 2-minute run. Not good. What is that? Oh, 1 second. Ah. My keyboard is messing with me. There we go. Don't know what happened. My keyboard was messing with me. I don't know why. But yeah, that happens sometimes. Not the best computer I got, but you know, it does what it does. So I'm happy with it. I gotta upgrade it sometimes, but I am gonna get a PlayStation soon, and then I'm gonna play on PlayStation because I tried it for a week ago and was like, new cool way to play Diablo. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna live stream from the PlayStation in maybe in a week or so. I just need to find a PlayStation first. But I always play Diablo on the computer, so I used to play it like what is it, 15 years ago or something. And I think it's pretty cool that people still play these games because, in my opinion, it's one of the best games ever. And I also love that they keep upgrading the game and they keep running it and always new ladder season and people are competing with each other and everything. But one thing I hate about Diablo though is there is too many bots. I mean, it's pretty annoying sometimes because people just get overpowered in like a week or so, and then what's the fun about the game? If you're not grinding, what's the fun about it? And that's one thing I love about Diablo is because when you finally found the good thing you're looking for, you're like happy like a little child because it took you forever. Now, I would say sometimes you get lucky and you just get a couple of runs where everything is just good drops, and sometimes you do 100 runs and nothing drops. Uh, so that is just part of the game. But you learn what your favorite place is and what you like most. And of course, there's some places that drops better than other places. But one of the big reasons why I love Countess is because you can get a Cherokee and you can get runes. And if you also kill the monsters in between, you can get a lot of good drops. If you take the armor plates you find on the way, then you can find pretty good items without sockets, with dodge death and stuff like that. So I would definitely recommend Countess if you're new. It's one of the best places to actually get a lot of good stuff, and then to actually make your character a lot better. And that was it. That was 1 minute and 27, so that's not bad. Better than the first round, but only 4 rounds show. Haven't found any keys yet. But last time I think I did 20 once before I found the first key, and then I did 50 more, and then I found the next key. So sometimes it just takes times. Now this is the 5th round. Let's see if we can do better than we did before. I hope I get them there, but the tower is close. I love when that happens. Let's see if we can do better. And let's go. Now I don't know if there's any tactic to find the tower quickly, but my first instinct is to tail around the waypoint and then on the sides, and then I tail in like a zigzag way so I can see as much from the map as possible. Now let's go, level 2. Where is level 3? Please let it be here. Let's go. This looks like better before. I heard a ring drop. I have to go back. Nope. Not worth it. I know it's down there. I know. Come on. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. Now last level. Let's go left. Yes, please. This might be a pretty quick one. Where are you hiding? There. Now my mercenary is not that strong, but he does have insight, so it helps me a lot when I have to tailor around. I only found a raw rune, huh? But what was the time? 1:24, so it's a little bit faster. We're getting faster. Yeah, it's getting a little bit better. But still no tarot keys. We did find some low runes and still no tarot keys. But eventually it will drop. If you just do enough runs, you will find what you're looking for. I mean, it has to drop at some time. So we're gonna do 100, and probably we will, if we are lucky, we get maybe 10 keys. That's what I'm hoping for. And maybe some good runes on the way. If I'm lucky enough, I will find an east or again, because it can happen. It does happen. Let's just get some room. You go there, and this one there. And let's get some potions. As you can see, not the strongest sorceress, but she does the job. And a lot of MF gear. I do want an Arak, but it's a little bit expensive. This one got low defense, but still 44 MF, that's pretty good. And the spirit, it could be better. Maybe I should redo it. And this one I'm pretty happy with it. It gives resistance and some lightning skills. And then we got this one. Just need a rainbow phaser. And maybe I should upgrade it or something like that, because I do have a lot of things that give me strength, so I have a lot of strength actually. Oh, lucky. I love when that happens. And then if we are pretty lucky, everything will be close. Yeah. And then we try the same again. Come on, be close, be close, be close. Come on, don't get stuck now. Yes, please. And come on, where's the next one? Should probably be here. Yep. Now that looks to be a good run. If we find level 5 quick, then this is maybe the best run we did for so far. Yes, please. And now we just gotta kill fast. Ah, come on. Now that's annoying part about Orkut is sometimes it will tell you a lot of weird ways. Oh, you see that, guys? 48 seconds. We just did a new record. And we find a small charm. 48 second best run so far. I'm pretty happy with that. The goal was to get under a minute. So I would say that's pretty nice. On the sixth run we did 48 seconds, but still no keys. But yeah, you know it is what it is. Now let's see. We've been online for 30 minutes and we did 6 runs, so that would be 12 runs in an hour. That's pretty slow actually. Let's see if we can change that. If we can do 48 seconds runs, that would mean maybe we'd use minute and a half on each run because of the loading time also takes some time. And some runs I gotta put the runes into the chest, so that's a little bit time more. Yeah, I hate when slow loading. But let's go. Ready for the next run. This is run number 7 and oh, wrong spell. There we go. Start the timer. Let's go. Now, of course, you cannot be that lucky every time that the tower is that close. So, but let's say if it does it some of the times, you still save a lot of time. Especially if you're just doing speed runs. Now, if you're just looking for good stuff or runes that you don't want to do counters, I would also recommend cow level. You can find a lot of good things there, especially charms and stuff like that. Now, come on, where is she? She's probably on the other way, probably over here. Of course it is, of course, because always where you don't look, of course. Now if we go left, it should be this way. I am totally wrong on this. It's over here, of course. Nope. What about here? There we go. Now we just need the next level and the next level again. Man, we only level 3. Come on. Let's go. Last level. Let's go. I hate when you do that. When you just, you know, go the wrong way and then you're like, you think you can sail that way, but it just gets stuck. Now, if your character is not that strong, the trick is you just gotta stay far away from her or let your mercenary kill her. Because you see, that's a little dangerous. There we go, guys. First key of Terror found. And an M, an IO, and a doll. Let's check the amulet also and the last charm. So 7 runs for the first Cherokee to drop. Not bad. So if that's 7 runs, then maybe yeah, maybe we can do 10 in total. Because I did found 2 in the first 36 runs. And this is 7 runs for the next one. If we are lucky, we will find 1 more. Okay, let's see what we got. 5 to defense, useless. What about the amulet? Level 2 teleport, useless. I got a level 30 teleport. I don't need a level 2. Now you can see I do got a lot of doll runes, but I'm gonna put this one here because this is from the found. So we are just gonna put them all over here. And this one goes somewhere around here. Now let's go for the next run. 7 runs, we found the first Cherokee, and I'm pretty happy with that. The goal is if I can find 10, then I would say that's good. If I can do 10 Cherokees in 100 runs, that I would say that's good. Um, so maybe we're lucky. Sometimes, you know, that can drop more than one key. Sometimes you can get a lot of runs with a lot of keys right after each other. Sometimes you do 100 runs and nothing drops. I mean, there is some math about it, but yeah, that's a whole longer story. I would just say do it quick, go to the next run, do it quick, because the more runs you do, I mean, the more drops you get, and the more you should find, if you know what I mean. If you haven't found what you're looking for, you're not running enough. Okay, doesn't look good for me. I kinda just feel the urge to kill those monsters, you know, you never know sometimes. But you know, sometimes they can drop something about they have a high level, so they can drop a lot of good things. Um, so yeah, if you're strong enough, always go for the strong monsters because they have a bigger drop rate. And if you have magic find, you know, yeah, why not? Let's go. Now you can see my mercenary, he can survive, but when those who are lightning immune comes, then they're pretty strong because I don't kill them fast enough. No need. What did we find? A soul and an ore. Now this is run number 9 and we have found one tarot key and that is pretty okay. I mean, I didn't expect anything less than that or anything more than that. I don't know how you would say that, but if we can find one, let's say every 7 runs, why not? That would be pretty good. The goal here is to do 60 runs, so I can actually 64 runs. So I can reach 100 runs. Uh, and you know, I did a lot of runs, 36 runs last time, so if we can do that, and if I get 10 keys, then I would say that's pretty good. If I get more than that, even better. If I get less than that, it is what it is. And then after that, I would like to do 100 summoner runs. But on the summer runs, I would probably kill some of the monsters on the way, and I would probably also do check the chest at the ends when I don't find him in the first try. But I would also still time it because that makes it a little more fun. Okay, pretty good so far. We are so close. Come on, where's the last level? Of course I took the wrong way. Of course I had to break it over here. Let's go. What the hell? Stop the run. And a flawless, why not? And some potion, why not? Now that run was 1 minute and 21 and that's not bad at all. We are getting better. So pretty happy about that. Best run so far was 48 seconds. Uh, yeah, haven't found any good runes yet. I did on my last time I was running, but on this time I haven't found any good runes. I think the best was on Doll, uh, and then the rest just some low runes. But you know, if you get enough of the low runes, you can actually just trade them to something better. I mean, if it depends on the rune, of course, but some runes a lot of people need them, like Rel, like or if you like have some what you call it, rune word set runes. So that's what I like to do. I like to collect runes and keys and then trade them to higher runes, and then from that you just build yourself more up. Actually, let's do it like that, because if we get more raw runes, we don't have space. And you go with the rest of those. Perfect gems are also a good thing to collect, especially amethyst, because a lot of people actually do need them. Or if you have a lot of perfect gems and let's say you find a Diablo Bell Grand Charm, you can maybe roll Skiller. And sometimes if you're lucky, it's a Skiller you need, so I would definitely recommend that. But yeah, of course, they do take a lot of space. But you know, just create a new character, throw them all over him. And it's not harder than that. And that's also a thing I like about the new version of Diablo. Back in the days, you didn't have the shared chest. So every time you had to move, it was like you needed someone you trusted. Come on, where is it? It's probably over here. Of course it is, right beside the waypoint. And I was also talking about earlier, always check around the waypoint, because of course the one time I don't do it, it's there. And you saw how much time it took from me. I had to tail all the way around. Let's go. I love when it's close. When you just like boom boom, then you're there. There's nothing better than a run that's close. I actually think it's up here, but I don't know why I keep hitting the wrong way. Yeah. Let's go. And that was a minute and 31 seconds. We got a shell and a soul. And let's see if there's something there. Nope. But I do find a lot of MF gloves here. Mine are a lot better, but I do find a lot of them here. And I don't know, it's because of the magic find, or it's because I don't know. I think it has something to do with magic find, but still. Now that was 10 runs. This is number 11. We still only found one key. Let's see. Let's see if we can do it better. Fastest run 48 seconds. Worst run 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So that is actually more than double as fast as the worst one. And we could probably do that a lot better. But you know how it is. In the beginning you just have to warm up, and when you're in the mode, then it's go faster and faster and faster. Okay, back to Black Moth, Thunderstorm, some shielding, and let's go. Okay, not so lucky, and I did it again, guys. I didn't check around the waypoint. It's probably over at the waypoint, but it's too late now, because now I'm here. Oh, that was. Now let's go. If we wanna go left, we will go this way. I don't remember where I read it, but I read it somewhere on the internet that if you want to find Countess, just go left. And a lot of times I do it, and a lot of times it does work, but of course it cannot work 100% of the times. But you can see we went left there, and That was the next level. Let's try it again. Yep, then we just follow the road. Maybe it's in here. Yep. So maybe there's something about it. Yep. I don't feel like I'm getting bad drops. I'm not so I don't have any good runs right now. My drops are very bad. That can happen sometimes. Let's go for the next one. Now you need to do a lot of runs before you can say you have bad runs. You gotta stay positive. Okay, let's go. Let's see. I do have potions, so there's no problem there. We can go straight to Countess. Oh, I can already see she's close. Now this could be a good run. Let's just heal just in case. And we're gonna follow the left tactic. So we go up. Let's go up and we go left. Oh, it was there. And we go left. We just follow the road. Yeah. So guys, maybe we should go left every time. Left, 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 left. It's probably up there, but still worth a shot. Right down here. Let's go. Okay. Seems like it's working so far. Ah. Can't be lucky every time. There we go. Now it's just about killing her quick and then maybe we got a good time. There we go. 1 minute and 4 seconds and still no keys. Let's look at the boots. You never know. 1 minute and 4 seconds. That was pretty good. We're getting better. We don't see 2 minutes anymore. The worst time was 2 minutes, but still. For the last 5 rounds, we haven't hit 2 minutes. Now, our running time has been 18 minutes, so 12 runs on 18 minutes, that's not bad actually. And if we can keep doing like that, then it would be 12, around 36 runs in an hour. And then yeah, maybe we can do this in 2 hours. That would actually be pretty nice, because then I would use a total of 4 hours to do 100 runs. Yeah, sometimes the loading can be bad, and probably because I'm running on Wi-Fi and it shouldn't run on Wi-Fi, but I am changing provider, so just gotta wait for that to clear through. Okay, let's see, maybe we are here over across the water, yeah, and then it should be somewhere around here. And normally I would take those XP shrine or skill shrine or whatever it is, but for now I just want to find it quick, and I'm not really killing monsters, I'm only killing counters. So I don't really care for it. But I have to be careful, I'm not allowed to die because I'm so close on getting level and I'm at 87 now. So that would be 88 and I mean why not? I would like to get the sorceress to level 90, maybe 95. The goal is to get us strong enough to do Diablo without problems, and then I'm just gonna keep doing deer runs after that because in my experience the best high runes I found was the deer runs. And you also get a lot of XP on deer runs. So I would rather do that, but I would say for a beginner or if you're new in the latter season, then Countess is my way to go. Because you can find so many good things at runes. No, not many things, but if you also take the monsters and stuff like that, you can build up a pretty decent character. So an M rune, and that was all for this run. Nothing special, but we did do a minute and 33 seconds, so we are around a minute and a half, a minute. It really depends on a lot, but I wouldn't say it's a bad time. I would say it's okay time. And this is why I hate the loading. That is probably because I'm running Wi-Fi. The loading a little bit slower, but you know what you gotta do. You gotta wait. Now I do like to play with the old quality, and that is because it reminds me of the old Diablo, and I like that about it. It brings me back memories, so I love running on this quality. I mean the new graphic, respect to that, they're amazing, nothing there, but still, there's just something about the old quality. It just reminds you of the back when you used to play Diablo and you played in a whole nother way. Not so many rune words, not all that things there is now. It was a whole different game. Okay, maybe I went the wrong way. Come on, where you at? It's up here, trust me, it's up here. Nope, nothing here. There it was. Ah, right there. Now, I know a lot of people love to play with the minimap, but I'm not so much for it. Yeah, it may be better, but still, I'm used to this and I just remove it when I attack monsters. That's probably also because I'm running on the computer. Burn one, why not? Dimensional blade, I mean, nope. Let's do this. I would like this one. Let's run a minute and 25 seconds, so we are around a minute and a half per run. We did 14 runs. I found my first key at the 7th run. Maybe I found one, I will find one on this one. Maybe I will do a couple more runs before I find one, no idea. There's Okay, let's drop this, go back to this, and this one needs to get into the test, taking too much space. There we go, the first gel rune. And we can see I have a lot of soul runes, but yeah. And actually let's just do it like this. You go there and like that. And we need to take this one. You can always target it later. Like that. And now we are ready for the next run. Now there's one thing I hate is not having enough space. That is probably the most annoying thing, but sometimes you just gotta live with it because like me, I need maybe 2-3 more skillers. I only have one. The rest is actually a Sunder Charm, a Resist Charm, and a Geats. When I do get skillers, I will get rid of the Resist Charm, and I still need to put an in my Shago, so I will get more resist from that. And I also still need a torch. I do have any Helios though. Apparently it's not worth a lot. People just give them for free. There was a dude who gave it to me for free, so that's pretty nice. That's also a fun thing about Diablo. There's a lot of nice people that just like to help, and sometimes when people don't want to throw things out, they just give them to someone who needs it. I mean, why not? I also do it sometimes if I ever found a lot of stuff I don't need. Let's see what we got. The charge, maybe, let's see. No. 10 fast aid recovery, 15 block rate, level 9. 10% increased blocking, 37 enhanced defense, 6 to life, some resist. It's a level 9 shield. I mean, seriously, I'm gonna keep it because I'm gonna do a paladin at some time. What about this one? Nope. But sometimes I am gonna do a paladin, and you know, when you're doing low level, why not? Pretty good shield when he's level 9. I mean, makes it you can survive alone, and then you can actually kill the different eggs alone. I mean, that's also a fun part about the game. Of course, you could get rushed, but with this sorceress, I did her from Act 1 normal to Act 5 hell without getting rushed. I played with my brother, we just went from each act and then we just did all the acts. If you do Act 1, you can pretty quick get to level 15, maybe 20. And when you do the rest of the acts, when you at Act 5, you're around level maybe 35 or something. Then you do a couple of bell runs and then you just go to Nightmare and do the same again. So when you go to Hell, you're around level 70 or something like that. It does take a lot more time, but it does make it a lot more fun. Okay, round number 16 now. I don't know what's happening. There we go. Let's just shave the shield. And let's put this one in. And we are ready for the next one. Yeah, we can survive with those potions. Oh, there we go. Gotta have Thunderstorm on. It's a pretty good spell. It just attacks the monsters without you know, in the background. And it does have pretty good damage. Now I haven't maxed it out yet because I am focusing on lightning and chain lightning, so I need to max Nova out. So that's the main focus right now. And I know a lot of people do Nova Sorcerers, and I would also say they're pretty strong, pretty good, but they're also pretty expensive. And I like the chain lightning more. Especially if you're doing cow runs or bell runs or something like that, it just, you know, hit all the monsters. And if the damage on your chain lightning is good, then you're kinda unstoppable. I only have 7k in damage. It's not bad, but it could be better. I would like to reach 10k. But of course you need something like yeah, you need a lot of different things. But I think a couple of skillers could help me a lot with that. And maybe a sorcerer's torch. Because there's 3 troll skills. I mean, it does make a lot of difference. So let's go, maybe it's down here. I haven't followed the left strategy in this game. I just, yeah, sometimes, sometimes you just chill around and then you're like, yeah, yeah, I will find it eventually. Oh, nice. There we go. Oh. Now you can see these monsters are strong. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. Mostly of the times they're not, but sometimes they are. And they could actually kill me if I'm not fast enough. That's why I need a stronger sorceress. But she's not bad, and I think it was a month ago letter reset was, so I wouldn't say she's a bad sorceress. I mean, she does have a lot of good stuff. I'm also almost ready to build my paladin. He just needs his weapon now. He's gonna be a smite, and then I'm gonna do some Uber runs. That's the plan. And that's also one of the reasons why I'm doing a lot of key hunting. My paladin has almost all his gear. He needs some rings. He needs a weapon and some skills, I think. I don't even think they're necessary, but he will need different stuff like that. Okay, what is this? Round number 17 pretty soon. I do still have a lot of space, so we are not gonna empty it yet. We're just gonna go straight for Countess. Now I would say, especially if your character's not that strong, go for stuff that gives you a lot of faster cast rate. Because if you're fast, they can't hit you. Um, but I would also say that blocking has a major role. If you don't have max block, I mean, yeah, it can be hard to survive. I think I went wrong with my stats, but I am gonna reset them at some times. But first, when I get better equipment and when I get the right charge, because depending on how many attributes that will give you, I mean, it can make a lot of difference. But for now I can use her to MF runs and stuff like that. I can use her to Countess run. I do need a better armor for my Merce. And I actually also need a better weapon. He is using Insight in a Colossal Vogue, but I would like have a Fresh or something like that, because Colossal Vogue requires a lot of strength, and now he's forced to use these two just because of the strength. Okay, where you at? Of course it's at the beginning. Of course it is. Okay, let's go. Of course it's not here. Yes, please. And last level to go. Are we lucky? There we go. Let's kill. Now I think we hit a minute and 30 seconds on this run, maybe. No, 2 minutes. That was very bad. As you can see, I do find a lot of Am and Rel runes. Still no good drops. The best I found so far was a Cherokee. Let's go for round number 18. Still only found one Cherokee. I mean, it's not good, it's not bad. A Cherokee is a Cherokee, but I was hoping for more than that. Especially, but last time I did 20 runs before I found my first one, so it's better than that. Let's go. Okay, we are going left, so maybe, yes, go left. That's the tactic, go left. We're just gonna follow that left. Yeah, exactly. Let's try that again. Go left. And maybe we are lucky enough to, yes, go left. I think maybe I should just go left in each run. Okay, maybe there's something about it. Now, I would love to kill those, but the goal here is just to kill Countess as fast as possible. That was 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm gonna take this ground shield, you never know, it could be pretty good. Let's see. Oh, it does give a lot of resist, but no. I'm gonna take the gold and next game. 1 minute and 13 seconds now. The worst time is still 2 minutes and 16, but the next worst time is 2 minutes and 6 seconds, so you can see I do jump around something with that, but the runtime for the all is 28 minutes, and we have done 18 runs on 28 minutes, and that is only the runtime of the actual runs without the loading phase. With the loading phase, we are up an hour now, so we're using half the time on loading. So that would be 18 runs in an hour. That's actually not bad. So it would take me around 2 more hours to do the 60 runs. Yeah, something around that. 2.5 hours maybe. Now I think this is gonna be my last run for now, and then I'm gonna go eat and probably come back later tonight. And then I'm gonna do the last runs tonight, so I can finish up my 100 runs and see what I would actually get out of those. Now, it's not my first time doing a 100 Countess run. Done that a lot of times before, but it's my first time really tracking it to see is it worth it, what can I get in 100 runs. But the goal is, I mean, we're not gonna give up, we're gonna keep running. Okay, not lucky on this one. Of course, right beside the waypoint, of course. And that is why you always gotta check the area around. Now let's say if we go left, that would actually be this way, but not quite down here. So it would be this way. What about this way. There we go. And that was level 3. Okay, where's the last level? Probably, yeah, of course it's down here. Of course. Now let's see, do we get a tarot key on this one? Oh, we got one. Nice. Now that was our second key, guys. And I'm pretty happy with that. It was a 2-minute run, but still we found this second key. With the rest, now you can see I got 6 keys, but it's only 2 from last time, 2 from this time, and the first 2 I always had those. So they don't count as a key found because I had them from a long time ago. And you can see we are filling up the chest pretty good. So there's gonna be a lot of crafting later. Now I'm pretty happy with the 2 keys, so I'm gonna take a break for now and I will be back later. Okay guys, we are back. We are gonna continue.
Hello.
Number 21. Let's see, maybe we are lucky. Like that. Use everything easy and fast. We are gonna So now our new best time is 45 seconds on the 21th run. That's pretty good actually. If I could do 45 seconds every time, I could do a lot of runs. But of course, you can't be that lucky every time. But if you can do it in around a minute, I would say that's pretty good. Let's see. Let's go maybe more travelers with 44 MF that just have very low enhanced defense, but you know, I can survive, and that is actually the most important thing. Sometimes you just gotta chill a lot around, but it's still my first character. As you can see, the rest of them just character. Next one is gonna be a paladin. I don't like sorcerers that much, so only because I teleport, I like sorcerers. You can do a lot of fast runs with that. But other than that, I think sorcerers is pretty boring to play. They just require too much to survive, and you gotta keep sitting around. I don't know, paladin is fun, you know, especially if you're muted paladin. That's just my opinion.
I am overburdened. Order welcomes you.
Does happen sometimes. Don't get surprised. Looks like it's
Your blood will boil.
throw it out. I always have a default. Maybe I'm gonna create a character, or something like that. But, I would like to pull up my script, but just read the items. A bit helm, a bit green, but as you guys know, it is expensive. Going into the 25th. The best force 45 seconds. This is a loss. I'm just gonna let it be a loss. I cannot get my body with yeah, without dying. So sometimes you can see she is strong, but sometimes you're a little uncareful. Boom, dead. If you don't watch out, boom, dead. Buy back our mercenary. He does help a lot with the mana drain. But We did find 2 tarot keys. We're hoping to do better. My best run so far, 45 seconds. My worst so far, 2 minutes and 16 seconds. But if you look at my last 5 runs, you can see that most of the time I am under 2 minutes. Some of the runs I don't find out right away. That's just how it is. Other runs you find out right away, just like the one where I did 45 seconds. So it was literally right beside the waypoint, and when I entered the tower, it's just like left, left, left. I mean, it was pretty quick. But right after that, I died. So that was a little bit embarrassing. Lost a lot of experience on that because I just, exited the game. If I don't have my body, I really cannot survive. As you can see, my loading is a little bit slow. It's pretty annoying because it takes a lot of time from me, but we're gonna fix that pretty soon in a couple of days. Get a clear connection. But for the gameplay, the game, no lag. First of all, the rest at once, I get some trouble. Just run this. Let's go. We are left again. You can see it doesn't work. First key I found on the 7th run, and the next I think it was on the 19th run. So that is almost one key. If I find one more now, then there will be one key every 10 runs. That is actually what I'm hoping for. The goal is to do 100 runs, and I'm hoping for getting at least 10 keys. Because then you have something to play with actually. And then we're gonna do it with the same summon after the run. I'm hoping for minimum 10 keys. And then I should, and then we're gonna do the heart attack after. Okay, let's go for the next. Let's go. get some life, because you can see I almost used all my potions.
Good day.
We also need some more space. Let's just empty our rooms. And we almost starting to pull up our chest here. That looks pretty good. When I'm done running, I am going to craft a lot of them. Some of them I'm gonna keep, like the onions and the wells. But the shell, ETH, ITH, I'm gonna craft those. Also the next room. And we are ready for the next one. And start the timer. As you can see, it's been 44 minutes for all the runs together. That is the time when I actually do this true time it stops running. I'm not even happy, but I programmed it myself. I am gonna update it a little bit more, so maybe I can add a hotkey to it or something like that. Right now I'm just using the mouse, but it's kind of worth it. It's not 100% precise, but still a good way to track how fast I go. How many runs I've done. Real games without any name. But it does count for each run, but it doesn't kill the count for each run. I kill it. And that's just some minor Let's see, level 5.
Your blood will boil.
That is probably and you can keep it. But that was 1 minute and 22 seconds, not bad. We are getting rid of the bad times. The worst one so far was still 2 minutes and 16. I don't think I'm gonna do worse than that. I do have a couple of rounds that actually end on 2 minutes. I'm not happy with that, because that means I can maybe do an hour to 2 more, and then I should have completed my 100 runs. So for that, that's not bad. But I wouldn't say I haven't found anything good yet. I did else on my bears stream last time. There I found an east ruin on my 9th run, I think it was. But at this time, 30 runs, only 2 keys. I almost filled my chest with a lot of runes. It's not the worst. That looked ridiculous. And it's also super to get a PlayStation. I actually like to stream on PlayStation. And I would actually like to play it on PlayStation, because it's very different from here. Terrorites rounds, but I would go for terrorites in the tower. That would be nice. Higher level, so you got higher level, probably got better chance of getting the buff. Get the terrorites. I am going to do at some point. Now, Countess runs just to terrorize. A little bit different. Also because the terrorize zone wasn't in the game back in the days. I remember the first time. Big game changer. That is get enough good items like that, you're gonna be good otherwise. She can also keys and stuff like that. But level up keys, so I can just like sneak around straight or something like that.
Your blood will boil. That is fine. After 30 runs we got the first charity. So that is actually 10. That is actually 1 key per 10 run. So that would be 5 tarot keys in total. Your blood will boil.
Say Countess is good for finding items. He can drop some good items sometimes. What is the best that I found with Countess? I think it was the shoulders, what is it called? The armor that gives 1 to all skills. Her minions, they can drop a lot of good stuff. Normally I'd like to kill them on the way, but right now I am kind of speed running, trying to keep it at a minute per run.
last time was 216, now it's 222. And that is one of the reasons why I just skip those monsters, because I can see they actually take some time from me. And when my bit is running for 2 seconds, it's really slow. Almost did 3 runs in 45 seconds in that time. But if you push the monsters on the way and they drop some good, then it's worth it. We are just trying to reach 100 as fast as possible. So that's the goal here. Now I did 36 runs in the last 3 and 33 runs in this one, so that is 69 runs. That means we still need 30 runs to go. And if I'm quick enough, I can maybe do it in an hour. My 33 ones was on 15 minutes for all the running time. So if we gotta do 31, that will be around the same time, and then we gotta put some extra time for the loading and all that. Emptying stash and stuff like that. Let's just make some room. You see a lot of keys here. Very beautiful. Now 2 of the keys I didn't found in this run. They're from before, but they're just a part of the collection. But all the clues you see here is from today. And I'm actually getting just save the gold in case I die or something like that. I mean, I shouldn't die, but it happened on my, I think it was my 25 run. I died one time. Shouldn't happen, but sometimes you can be a little uncareful when it happens. I don't know, I don't have that much flight, but I am looking for it. That is going to help me with my run. That is probably the next goal I'm going for. I guess it's so. I just think it's quite hard of the game, just to be lucky and get the perfect one or close to perfect. And it can be cheaper to find one all the time. The other way around. With the bad ones now. Give us around 70 runs, so we still need to do 30 more. If I'm lucky, I will find me 5 keys to get 30 runs. If I'm lucky, I will find nothing. go. I'm not gonna buy potions. I do have enough. Because, you know, it's only Countess I'm doing, so the potion is not that big. It is worth it. Without having to what Diablo I was doing, then I could show all the minions and yeah, but it's the only really consistent kind of do like chip kills to make and stuff like that, so I just collect them when I find them and just getting those. If I get too many, I just put them on the chest. Same with this one as well. There we go, level 2. Unless I left again. Left, no. Go up, and stop again. I did it one part, and then I hit the mercenary, and then I dropped his weapon, so really short time. You're hoping for it to go quick.
Thanks. Thanks.
Dog? Okay. That's the best one so far. Drop rate is getting better, and we did 1 minute and 34 seconds. Not bad. We found the fell room. We are still on the 3 keys, and we are going to run number 36, so that would be 72 runs. Oh yeah. Maybe we can do it in an hour, 30 runs an hour maybe. If this runtime cooler is this run time count is true, then yeah, we can do it in an hour. It tells us we did 54 minutes, and we did 35 runs. So it's really around an hour, so that would be pretty good actually. Because half of the runs I did earlier today. I just took a break because I had to eat and stuff like that and continue. So overall it took me 2 hours to do the 35 runs with the loading. But the runs only took me 45, 54 minutes. I don't know if I did say 45, that's because that's my high score. 45 seconds is the best one. I'm pretty happy about that. Now let's go. Okay, let's get some motion.
Your blood will boil.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Just found a